Good evening everybody. I hope you're having a fantastic Sunday so far. Lovely to have you all here. Let me swap on over to the regular scene. Good evening one and all. Lovely to have you here. Let me see who we've got in tonight. We've got, oh wow, Edwards Makes.
Edwards Makes just subscribed. PogChamp.
PogChamp. Thank you so much, Edwards. That's so kind of you, kicking off the stream with a sub. Continued for 5 months. That's so kind of you, Edwards. Thank you so much. I like the new name. I have a whole load of emotes for you to use as you will, including the new ones. There we go. Thank you so much. That's incredibly kind of you. Lovely to have you here. I hope work's calmed down for you, certainly. Who else have we got in tonight? We've got Dr. Chunks, Jimbo from Denmark, Sebon Clawfang, the dudes here. That's a nice one with stitches, yeah, definitely. I remember those days. Majestic Pillow Music and Implied Sight, good evening to you, or good morning. LFD, good evening to you. And it's good morning for California for you, Dr. Chunks. Ah, fantastic. Evelyn, good evening to you. Doing very well myself, thank you. I hope you're doing well yourself. Mr. Kareth, good evening, and Aspie Savage, and Webgirl, and then Myla, Asira, and oh wow.
Big Dumb Idiot just subscribed. Couple days off my long boy, just about made it thanks to you. Samadan 1 thumbs.
That's brilliant. Thank you, Big Dumb Idiot. That's incredibly kind of you. Thank you for your support. And congratulations on almost getting your long boy. That is amazing. Congratulations.
John cheered. X200. Good evening.
Good evening, John, and thank you for the raid as well. I hope you're doing well. Lovely to have you here. Thank you so much for the cheer. And you've kicked off a hype train as well. That's amazing. Thank you so much. And WTH Fred, lovely to have you here. Oh, and straight in with a Prime can't speak. A Prime subscription as well. Welcome on board. Lovely to have you here. Thank you so much for your support. I really do appreciate that. That is absolutely amazing. Thank you so much indeed. Welcome to the Samadan squad. Here's a whole lot of emotes for you. Who else have we got in tonight? Got Asira, Adriana, Surox. Do I remember me? Been a frequent 2 years ago. Wow, that is a long time ago, Surox. Yes, I do recall the name, certainly. I'm doing very well, thank you very much. How about yourself? Oh wow, and LFD gifting out a community sub gift. That's amazing. Thank you so much. And Kezard for the follow, and Microbio Loco. Thank you also for the follows. Thank you, LFD. That's so kind of you. Very, very generous indeed. Thank you so much. That is amazing. Really kicking off everything here tonight, definitely. And Mr. Vader, good evening to you, and Metket, and I'll make sure I haven't missed anyone else there. Running through everyone here, and scrolling on down. There we go. Got that. Sheldor, good evening. Samadan, and there we go. So thank you so much, Fred. That is so kind of you. And Willios Z, thank you so much. And wow. Cheering with the bits as well, Webgirl, and Stevie Baby coming in with the Prime as well. That's amazing. Thank you so much for all your support.
Webgirl 1573 cheered. X111. Time to get an emote.
Fantastic. Well, thank you, Webgirl. That's so kind of you. And for you and for Stevie Baby, thank you so much. That is absolutely amazing. Thank you so much. And wow, Aspie converting from a Prime to a Tier 1, that is amazing. Thank you so much. It's all coming in tonight. Thank you so much. Let me just scroll up, make sure I haven't missed anyone coming in. There we go, there's a whole load of people coming in here. Zibby Gray, prepare for incoming. Thank you so much. Rage Winds, good morning to you. Sheldor. No spoilers today. No, that's right. We're just doing BFA stuff today, certainly. We'll talk about Shadowlands stuff, obviously. I'm doing very well, thank you, Ethan. Lovely to have you here. That is absolutely amazing. Thank you all for your support on this almost last day of August. Let me just make sure I just jump up and down so I get everything there. There we go. Johnny Bravo, lovely to have you here. And Veteran Forces. Well, thank you so much.
Veteran Forces Gaming cheered. X300.
That is so kind of you. Thank you, Veteran. Very, very kind of you. And wow, Gabby Summer coming and gifting it out as well. And big Levy, thank you so much for the follow. This is absolutely amazing. Thank you all. I don't remember my stance on the matter. I've just scrolled all the way down to the bottom here, so if I've missed a few people coming in, I do apologise. Good evening, one and all, that I've missed coming in. It's lovely to have you all here. I hope you're having a fantastic evening so far. But thank you, Canby Samba, that's so kind of you. Let's pop a whole load of emotes in for you. Thank you so much. There we go. That is absolutely amazing. And Biggleby, good evening to you. I know I've missed a few of those coming in there. Calistoran, Dreamatorium, and Wow Cody. Might as well just renew my subscription, right? That's so kind of you. It's a good time to do it. The excitement is happening, definitely. Bella Garcia, lovely to have you here as well. And Mike Love Subs, lovely to have you here too. Crafted items with sockets will be more expensive when you use Relic of the Past. I'm not sure if they'll be more expensive. No, I'm not sure. Is it normally this busy on a Sunday? This is a great start to a Sunday. Normally it can get quite busy, especially with the Wowhead blog going live and everything like that. So it does tend to certainly get a bit busy at the beginning, so certainly. And Busted, good evening to you. Lovely to have you here. If I've missed anyone else, I do apologise as we come in. Lots of people come in, but it's absolutely wonderful to have you all here. Thank you so much for coming in, kicking off a hype train, and we're going to talk about lots of gold making, bits and pieces of news this week, and do a little bit of gold making ourselves, go through the gold routines and things like that, talk about what's been going on with the community, and then take it from there, really. It's a great stream to catch up on Sunday morning for you. Oh wow, that's brilliant. If you refresh the page, you might see the announcement pop up. What was that for, Six? Was that for...
Veteran Forces Gaming cheered. X300.
Thank you so much, Veteran. That is so kind of you. And Sirox as well.
Sarox 420 just subscribed. I am back after 2 years. Here is a renewal then.
Thank you so much. Welcome back. How have you been? It's lovely to have you here. This is absolutely amazing.
John
Thank you
9
all.
cheered. X100. Hype train whoop whoop.
It is a hype train indeed. Thank you so much. That is absolutely amazing. I'm totally overwhelmed. Thank you. That's
the Gold
amazing.
Queen just
the Gold Queen.
subscribed. Choo choo.
Choo choo. Thank you so much, the Gold Queen. How have you been? Lovely to have you here. And Whoosh You, thank you so much for the follow as well. Wow, look at that. Level 4 of the hype train. That is absolutely amazing. Thank you all. Cookie, if you've noticed her in the top corner now, she's not over my head. She's fast asleep, completely sleeping through the whole thing. That's amazing. What have I just joined into? Jalen, lovely to have you here. There's a madness of constant cheering and subs, and it's amazing. Thank you, John. That's so kind of you. And Dabes SC, thank you so much for the follow as well. Lovely to have you here. I hope you're doing great. I love your emotes,
John
Gold
9
Queen.
cheered. X100. Come on, level 5.
Come on, level 5. You're certainly contributing a lot to that, John. So thank you so much. Game Cat Cat, good evening to you. And Badondi, good evening to you as well. Aspie coming straight in with the emote only chat. Thank you so much. I'll turn that on now for you, and we'll do a couple of minutes of that. Just give everyone a chance to say hello. Share with me your favourite emotes. Let's have a look. I'll join in with my own emotes. Hold on. Let me do a... There we go. There's a few of my own emotes. Real-time emotes, those. But thank you all. It's lovely to have you all here. I hope you had a great evening so far. Or morning, of course, wherever you are in the world. I'll keep an eye on the time, actually, so I can just see that go through. But that is absolutely amazing. Thank you so much all for your support. Coming in on this Sunday, it's the hype is palpable indeed.
John 9 cheered. X100. Thanks once again, Samadan, for your lovely streams.
Thank you, John. Thank you for your support, and thank you for being here. Thank you all for being here. This is absolutely lovely and amazing, so thank you. The hype, as I was saying, is palpable. We are getting closer and closer to Shadowlands with the release date coming around. It's incredibly exciting to see what happens. I'm straight to a full screen cookie after this as well. Fantastic. Okay, that's that gone through there. So I'll take the emote only off for a moment. There we go. That's done, and then we'll go straight into a full screen cookie after that because she's fast asleep at the moment. There we go. So we'll go through here, and where's full screen cookie? There we go. She's sleeping away, completely oblivious to all the people watching her. And Rage Winds coming in for a Silas as well. What kind of Silas would you like, Rage Winds? Would you like a happy Silas? A frustrated Silas? Let me know what style you'd like. And Mouse, lovely, thank you very much. Lovely to have you here as well. Thank you for your help. I've been very well, needed a break from all of this, but you've been watching my streams from time to time. Now you're back and excited for frequently watching my streams again. How have I been? I've been very, very well, thank you very much. It's all been kicking off here, lots of things have developed. Obviously very excited for Shadowlands coming out. There's a lot to go on there. Can I come to Storming? Yes, I can. I'll come over in a moment. And Iverlox, good evening to you. Lovely to have you here. Right, I think that was all of the cookies. Cookies? Yes, cookies full screen. There we go. We'll pop back to a regular one there. I'll mark that one as redeemed. There we go. And then we have a Silas from Rage Winds. You have a super extreme Silas. I'll do my best. Okay, for those that don't know, obviously us gold makers have a bit of a thing for Silas at the moment, so I will just go and do my most extreme one I can think of. Silas! There we go, Rage Winds. That one's just for you. Thank you so much for redeeming that one. Sleepy Kitty, perfect, exactly. Zibby Gray, good evening to you. Fantastic. I have no clue what I'm doing, Aspie Savage. Me neither, so you're in good company, certainly. I thought it was your Battle.net message. Of course, yeah. It's the difficulty when you're sharing sounds from different things, certainly. That is absolutely amazing. Thank you all. That was amazing. Thank you for the hype train. That was a wonderful welcome. Thank you all. That was absolutely lovely. Good evening, one and all. I hope you're doing very well. That's incredibly kind of you. That's pushed our goal way up higher as far as I can see there. That is absolutely amazing. Thank you so much. Emotes being shared out for the choo-choo hype train. Netherwings, good evening to you. You're on 15 fails in a row with Silas at the moment. You're no longer on speaking terms. I bet definitely. That is a long time to be going without one. Let me head on down, because we're just having a little bit of a gentle levitate down here. Poor Pierre's right down on the floor. Pierre's following us as best he can. Oh, we just missed the ball. We'll just scrape ourselves down the side of it. Please excuse me. There we go. That's better. And Tigress, thank you so much for using your Prime. Welcome to the Samadan squad. I hope you're doing very well. That is absolutely amazing. Thank you so much. A dramatic way down. It was a bit of a face plant towards the end, though. We didn't quite make it. But thank you, Tigress. That is incredibly kind of you. There we go. And Sirius going into emote only as well. Let me see your best emotes for the next minute, whilst I transfer myself over to Stormwind to come up and do my deal with Mouse, who's very kindly been farming some materials for me to get my my other trades professions up to scratch, which is going to be very useful. Alright, so let me see your best emotes. There we go. And then I'll move myself over here, and then we can check on the Wowhead blog, which has probably gone live by the time I've been speaking, so we'll go and have a look at that a bit later. I'll just come on over this way. Contessa, good evening to you. Lovely to have you here. Hope you're doing well. Let me come on over. Need another 50 to 55 thorium bar. Rest is found. That's fantastic. Thank you so much. Did I make some mistakes in the blog? Did I, Jack? Let me know what they are and I can edit them out. how are you? Lovely to have you here. If you haven't checked out Jack's new website, please do. It's all in the Wowhead blog. I'll go and set out the command for that in a moment. Actually, we'll do that in a moment. There we go. Right, we've done the emotes now, haven't we? So that should be good. But the Gold Dipper. Oh right, okay. I gave you your old name. Sorry, Jack. There we go. I'll just turn that off. There we go. Thank you, Mouse, for sorting that out and dealing with that. So kind of you. Thank you so much. And Gong 1985, thank you so much for the follow. Lovely to have you here. There you are. Okay, pat the crown to Cold Queen. That's absolutely brilliant. Thank you all. That is absolutely amazing. Is not goddipper.com, but Gold Dipper. Oh right, Jack. Let me see if I can fix that up for you straight away. Hold on. Let me go through here and go here onto, well, we should have a look onto here, and then I'll update those. This should go live. This should work out. Okay, let me just go and edit that. Right, I should see it this side. So I'll change the heading to the Gold Dipper. Let me just work this out. I can't see any chat at the moment whilst I fix this up to make sure this is correct. There we go. This is up here. Gold Dipper, and then we change that to golddipper.com. There we go. And that should be, there we go. That should work. Edit that, typos, and save. And that should work. Hopefully, if I swap on over to Wowhead, you can see that coming through. There we go. Creative's redeeming a Silas as well. How are you, Creatives? Lovely to have you here. What kind of Gold Dipper? Exactly. There we go. We sorted that one out. That should be correct. We've got a full screen cookie from Saxon Girl, and we've got a Silas from Creatives. What kind of Silas would you like, Creatives? Let me know, and then I'll do one for you. And then after that, we'll do a full screen cookie after that. And then we'll go on to the Wowhead blog after that, and a big one. Okay. I'll try more of an explosive one, and more kind of Brian Blessed kind of one, I think. Let me have a look. Okay. Silas! There we go. Bit more of a surprising one, that one. Saxon Girl, lovely to have you here. There we go. That should work. And then we'll do a full screen cookie after that, who is purring away and sleeping away. There we go. Now we'll do a full screen. Have I played any of the PTR? I have not yet. No, I've been playing on the beta, certainly, for a while. Full screen cats must be my favourite. Thank you so much, Mouse. How much do I owe you? It was... let me know what it is. Keep Cookie full screen. Definitely. She's fast asleep at the moment. Thank you so much, Mouse. Let me know how much I owe you, and we'll go from there. I had that on a message actually, but I haven't got kind of 6,000. Right, okay, I'll sort that out. I'll go there and trade and trade that. There we go. Oh, got some more coming in. Did I check the time on that one? 2021. There we go. There we go. Wow, that's amazing. With a Samadan discount, that's amazing. Thank you so much, Mouse. Very much appreciated. What else we got? Full screen cats must be my favourite. Yeah, she's fast asleep. She's completely oblivious to how many people are watching her at the moment, certainly. Do the needful. Good afternoon to you. I saw her ear twitch a little bit there. So I think she's vaguely aware at the moment. Let's see if we can just say hello to her briefly. She did a little squeak of hello. That was about what we got from her there. There we go. That's all done. Thank you so much for redeeming that one. It's nice to see a bit of full screen Cookie after a while. There we go. Back onto the main scene. Keep Cookie full screen, definitely. Dave, good evening to you. Hope you're doing well. Lovely to have you here. Yeah, she does have a lovely colouring, definitely. We need a purr mic. Well, what we really need for that is Oreo camera for that, because Oreo is the floof monster, the 7 kilos of purring. He's definitely the one that purrs the loudest. We just need to get the microphone closer to him to get that one sorted. Yeah, a definite tortie. She's a tortie through and through, complete with the attitude as well. Your cat's doing a cooking impression. Oh, fantastic. That is brilliant. No problems farming the mats for yourself, and also helping with the herbs. Vanilla alchemy on 2 tunes. So that's fantastic, Mouse. It's going to be very interesting to see how things develop with the Shadowlands and the whole relics thing. Let me get the blog up and sorted, because I can get that ready on the screen and get the command sorted for that. So let's just go on over there and update my commands. And let's have a look. Wowhead. Edit. Save that. Submit that. And then that should work. Let me head on back to the screen. There we go. And Mafinger, thank you so much for the follow. Lovely to have you here. So let me do Wowhead, and that should give you the link to the Wowhead economy wrap-up, which is live now, complete with typos fixed, hopefully. Let me just double check those. Yeah, there we go. That's much better. Let's move this on over so we can see this in the main screen here. I can turn that off there. There we go. Andy Key, good evening to you. Lovely to have you here. And Drizzling Rose, good evening to you. How are you doing with your card stats? Have you got your full stats for us? And let me just move this now. I have to go in between myself and Cookie now. So I'm going to have to scroll this down. And then what I'll do is I'll just make Cookie. I think I can just make the camera crop a little bit. There we go. I don't want to cut her ears off. I can make her a little bit smaller. There we go. Got to make sure that Cookie's alright, certainly. Icy, good morning to you. Lovely to have you here. I've been swimming in Ember Silk, so I hope the relics bring us shuffles in live. I really hope so. I mean, we can test this out soon live. This will be coming in pre-patch once everything changes. So with all the equipment, squishes and things like that. So it's going to be very interesting. It'll be done tonight. Oh, fantastic. So it's going to be exciting times over the next, well, basically the next month is going to be incredibly exciting. When do you think? Let's hear what everyone thinks. When do you think pre-patch is going to go live? I've seen most guesses around 21st to 27th of September. Some outliers thinking even earlier than that. I'm not sure. I don't think it's going to be later than the 27th, perhaps. Yeah, got the 15th. 15th is an early one. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, about in a month are the rough guesses, certainly. Not before the 20th. No worries, Mouse. 22nd or the 29th. Is there a particular day of the week that pre-patches hit? Has anyone... I know people have looked at, the various dates and the times between them, but is there a particular day, I wonder, that Blizzard will favour for an actual? It's normally a Tuesday, yeah, on reset day. That would make most sense, wouldn't it, I see? Yeah. So we need to look at the calendar and see what happens there. Let's have a look. Let's go for a regular calendar at the moment. So we are thinking September. So yeah, we've got Sunday's the 27th. So a Tuesday would be the 22nd or maybe the 29th if you were thinking of a Tuesday. One of those. Obviously EU being a Wednesday, it's changing there. but 15th would be very early. It would give the benefit of doing it on the 15th would give them a chance to test, because there's so much stuff that is kind of changing. It's quite a major change in terms of all the class systems and things like that. So yeah, 15th could be an interesting early one. I would think maybe something around there. Yeah. Until they finish the Afterlife, thus it can't happen before the 117th. Yes, I know what you mean, WebGirl, because they've got got those all planned out with a release schedule of those, haven't they? So that's going to be interesting as well to see how those cinematics come out. So there'll be some interesting things coming out of there, definitely. Yeah. Yeah. I don't think they're going to change anything of the system of the relics. The only thing with relics, if they can iron out those big couple of bugs with the tuxedo jacket and the actual relic for Burning Crusade tailoring, then I think it's probably in the state that they think it's going to be in, certainly. Yeah, it's a very, very interesting time. I'm excited for what's going to happen to the markets, definitely. Allow fluctuation of the new and returning players too, so the Realm servers will be flooded. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on there as well, especially with their whole Realm connections that's going on as well, definitely. Okay, thank you, Rose. I look forward to that one. Yeah, is your major guess. Makes the most sense. I think it fits quite nicely in there, certainly. Now, obviously, they've got the whole thing with the PvP seasons and things like that. Because Ronnie made a very good point here, talking about we'll know for sure once we get a date for a post regarding the PvP season ending, because people need to know that ahead of time, really. Normally happens 2 weeks before the actual pre-patch date, so it could be interesting. We could see some dates coming out of this quite soon, hopefully. Why are so many items excluded from the relics, though? I think it's a shame. There is that, Bernardi. Maybe it's from a balancing point of view. Maybe if that item went up to item level 100, it would just break too much. I mean, I'm really pleased with the number that are in it. I was quite pleasantly surprised at the number that's in it, certainly. Finally finished your Reddit post. Good evening, Ronnie. Lovely to have you here. I assume you're the same Ronnie that's posted this one that I've quoted here. But lovely to have you here. No more gold emissaries. Haven't seen one at all this week. Yep, fantastic. It's good to connect up names, certainly. A slight letter difference is all there. It wasn't a difficult jump, that one, certainly. You saw 2 this very week. Yeah, there were 2 this week, weren't there? But I wonder if they're going to just mix it up a little bit, perhaps. Yeah, I think they'll still keep the unless it's just pure luck through the way they've landed, perhaps. You've missed all this relic stuff. Stick to your glyphs. Well, that's a good point, Edwards. What are you going to do with the Inktrader changing? Because we've got a post on that further down, talking about the inks. I'll go through it in order, and then we can talk about stuff. So we'll talk about the pre-patch, but then yes, we'll talk about inks a bit later on, definitely. So relics will go live with pre-patch, right? Yes, that's correct. They're on the PTR at the moment, certainly. And Lasseri, thank you so much for the follow. Lovely to have you here. The emissaries in Shadowlands look so wonky. You have to get the quests, and world quests take so much longer. I haven't really tried much in the world quest side of things, definitely. It's going to be interesting. Yeah, it's going through your backlog and seeing how it turns out. Yeah, that's a good idea, actually. It was just give yourself a good stock of inks that you might want, or at least make some glyphs that you might want, and they're all ready for you there. That should be quite useful. Son of Castro, good evening to you. Lovely to have you here. And Goldboy thank you so much for the follow. Welcome aboard, hope you're doing well. Do you think the Uncanny Gear will still have demand in pre-patch, or will relics replace them? I don't think relics will replace them, but I think people may be looking at the catch-up gear that's coming in, so the demand for Uncanny Gear may go down, but also I'm expecting a influx of a lot of players coming back, so maybe they'll use those as upgrade items. It all depends on how the item level all pans out and how everyone wants to sort of gear up. I haven't actually looked at how the catch-up gear compares to the uncanny gear in item level, or how it compares to the relics. I'll have to do a check on that and see what happens. Plan on going through Shadowlands profession data on Wowhead tomorrow. Yeah, there's a lot to go through, certainly. You've got 6 toons to get to 120 before pre-patch, so I've been working on that. That's a good idea. Get yourself a decent core set of characters ready for professions. I think that's the best preparation you can do. That, and actually just saving up some gold ready to invest in things, would also be useful as well. Let me just not go AFK for a minute. I'll take that off as well whilst I'm here. There we go, back on them. Stumping up roseate and sallow when it's cheap, so I have a load in the bank. So just going to live off that for a few months and see how the market fluctuates. So is the roseate one, is that the one you need? Because you won't be able to trade that for anything else once pre-patch hits, because the old vendor will then use the new inks, the umbral inks, I believe. So that's going to be interesting to see what happens, because you won't be able to get the new inks until Shadowlands releases. That's a good point, actually. I wonder how that's going to work out. I just expect massive mess with the item level squish in combo with the profession relics. Things that Blizzard never thought of becoming the meta. This is what I'm excited for, Asira. I think there's going to be some very interesting things coming out of that, especially people with some of the rarer recipes that you might not have thought of. That's going to be interesting. It'd be great if something like the rich purple silk shirt could become, some amazing item. But obviously that's a shirt, so that's not going to be the case. But something like that would be quite nice. Just leveling BFA right now, making Tisraelian braces for Expulsum. Should you scrap the blue for Expulsum? And I usually combine that with an enchanter. If you've got an enchanter with tools of the trade and you disenchant the blues, then you've got a chance of getting a veiled crystal from those. So that's my preferred method with tailoring, is to disenchant the blues. I think you're probably better off, because they're worth more in different states, certainly. I wouldn't want to scrap the blues, certainly, unless you really have an excess of them. You may even be better off maybe vendoring them, but I'm not sure how much they vendor for. Yeah, the vendor changes inks is what is not seeking for old world glyphs. Yeah, if we go into beta and we'll have a look, because I was having a look at this earlier. I'll jump on over and we'll have a quick look at that. First few weeks of pre-patch are certainly going to be interesting when it comes to strangely converted items to new levels. Yeah, I definitely think so, Mr. Honkett. I certainly haven't tried every single combination out yet, because I still don't have... My next goal is to have basically at least vanilla leatherworking and blacksmithing will be my next goal before pre-patch, I think, because that's going to be very, very useful. And Real Ginny, good evening to you. That's what we did the last couple of days. Everyone worried about the lack of entry barriers. I want to see what the actual state is. Looks interesting for gear crafting professions. I think so. It's going to be very interesting. Pre-patch before expansion is always absolutely glorious. There's lots of interesting stuff coming out of it. Yeah. I got one shot by everything. Really, did that happen? Yeah. We just started on the Wowhead blog, Real Ginny. Went through an amazing hype train at the start. Good evening, Mushy. Lovely to have you here. Do I think transmuting will be profitable in Shadowlands? Have a bunch of alts and thinking about making them all alchemists and just using them to transmute once a day. I've not seen anything significant on the transmute side of alchemy that's made me think there's going to be anything significant yet. Unless they introduce something late on. I haven't actually given it a real thorough look yet, though, so I couldn't categorically say that. Doc Otter, good morning to you. I'm doing very well, thank you very much. How about yourself? Can't wait to spend your 400,000 fur on relics. You're going to be rich. I wonder... This is another interesting thing. There's going to be the people crafting the relics. Will they be selling them on the auction house, or will they be... Will they be using them themselves to turn into something else? How much have I missed? You missed two full screen cookies. You have missed that, certainly. And it's 2 Siluses already. We've had those 2 as well. They are focusing way more on the armor-based professions. Consider the absolute reign alchemy had. I think there's another thing to think about there, though, and that's with the fact that the raid is coming out 2 weeks after the release, so enchanting and alchemy are going to get some love quite early on, I think, in the game. Luxio, thank you so much for the follow, and Arcana93, thank you also for the follow. Lovely to have you both here. Hope you're having a fantastic day so far. Oh, we've got 2 lots of music in the background. That's confusing me. Let me just change that sound. There we go. And I was going to go here, yes, under Dalaran, and check the Inktrader here. I am doing very well, thank you, Luxia. It's going to be difficult to get pots and stuff done. Yeah, I mean, the main barrier you're going to have early on with alchemy is getting enough herbs for it, certainly, because the prices are going to be very, very high. So there's so much to do with professions. Midnight Hawk, lovely to have you here. Hope you're doing well. So I was checking this earlier when I was writing the Wowhead blog. So this is on beta. This is the Inktrader on beta, which has the Umbral ink as the trading thing. Now, I've not checked it on PTR, so I couldn't tell you what the Inktrader is offering on PTR. If anyone has access to that, it would be worth a check perhaps. But that's kind of interesting, certainly looking at that, and then looking at the Inktrader in retail, obviously, is the Roseate. So that's going to be an interesting one, certainly. Hypop servers and all their raid teams are going to be a flask heaven for crafters. I think so, Moonfire. I think if you're on one of the major guilds servers, then definitely I think you're going to see a lot of stuff, especially with the whole stuff that happened with the Galliwix community and things like that. Maybe there's going to be more actual buying with gold and things like that. Cookie, change position slightly quick. I'm probably going to do what you did when you started WoW like 3 months ago. Fish until your eyes will bleed. Fishing is fantastic. It's a very underrated pastime in WoW, definitely. It's the same on the PTR. Okay, thank you, Metcalf. So basically, once you get to the pre-patch, you're not going to be able to trade your inks at all. So that's going to be interesting, definitely. More like 15 gold on your realm. I've not really checked. It's not been a market I've been in, the Inktrader market at the moment, so it's not one I'm familiar with, but it is interesting nonetheless. I just made an inscription so you could hold on to the roseate pigment, or should you hold on to the roseate pigment or trade it? A little more than slightly confused about the ink trading. So basically, as I understand it, the Inktrader in regular Dalaran, let me just go back over this way, and in your main city as well, can trade any of the old inks here for a set number of, currently in retail it's roseate ink, is it, or something like that? It is roseate ink, I think. Uber Hub, thank you so much for your brand new sub. Yeah. Don't know if you should mill or sell them as is. I don't know, Mouse. I'm not sure what to suggest on that one. I'm thinking to keep hold of it at the moment, and then you can always turn it into something else afterwards. But thank you, Uber Hub, for your Prime. That is incredibly appreciated. A whole load of emotes for you to use as you will. Welcome to the Samadan squad. There we go. Thank you very much indeed. Been levelling, buying Legion herbs and roseate if it's dirt cheap, like at 3 months. Been a long grind to get the price that low. It can take a while, certainly. Oh, Alkanon93, thank you so much for your sub as well. That's amazing, thank you. Welcome on board. Whole lot of emotes for you to use as you will. These will be growing as the month goes on. I'll be designing more and more subs to fill up my emote slots. I believe now that we've reached over that 300 mark. Well, we're not at 300 mark there on the sub goal, but I think we might be close to that in sub points, which means I get another remote slot as well. So there's going to be even more remotes coming in soon. So on that vendor, can you buy roseate? Looking on this one, we can buy Ethereal, Lion's Ink, Ink of Dreams, Ink of the Sea. There's only 2 pages of it at the moment. Inferno Ink, Warbinder's Ink, Starlight Ink. Let me check in Oribos. Yeah, we'll have a look and see in that. We'll see what we have there. Syncopatics, good evening to you. When it comes to relics, I know many people be farming the level 5 items, so it wouldn't. You have to make the levels 1 to 4 first. No, I don't think so. You literally just get all the relics at all 5 levels, and it just requires different materials. That's how they work. If not, then you're Gucci. Okay, that's good. I'll check let me check.
Be careful.
Let me go over here and log out. We'll go and check on now. I need to actually go to the other realm. Actually, no, I can do this. Oh, we're in Maldraxxus. No, we can't do that. I was going to go for where I was in Oribos, but we'll go over to Torghast instead. And then I can check on my other character, which is, I think Can't Samadan is my best option here. We'll do this one. I'll let that come through. Yeah, it is a bit strange, certainly. There was a filter of Druid on that seller. It shouldn't change things though, Mr. Karras, because I don't think anything Druid specific should make a change on that one. And we'll just go over here to the Inktrader in Oribos, see if it's any different, because I remember them having more here. So on this one in Oribos, we do have roseate pigment, Edwards. This one has roseate pigment for 1 umbral ink. So there's some interesting stuff there. This has got 3 pages of stuff on here. We've got Jadefire ink. Have we got anything here? We've got we've got sallow pigment as well, is 1 umbral ink as well. So roseate and sallow are both 1. Crimson is 1. Maroon is 1. Viridescent is strangely 10 compared to the maroon, which is 1. So that's definitely strange. Oh, Sexy Ramus, you've redeemed a Silas. What kind of Silas would you like? Would you like an angry, a sad, a happy Silas? House call. How do you mean house call? Is that like a whelping one? I'm not sure I understand the... I'm not sure I can do that one, Stevie baby. Viridescent is useless. Why make it 10? It's definitely odd. I'll try my best. I'm not really one for that, but we'll give it a go. Okay, Snexiramus, I'll do that. Silas. Yeah, that's about as best as I can do, I think. There we go. I hope that works for you. Acting school 1. Yeah, something like that. The eyebrows did it. There we go. We're fine then. Yeah, this is interesting in terms of the umbral inks required here. 10 for viridescent, but only 1 for maroon, 1 for crimson, and then roseate is 1 and sallow is 1. Yeah. And in terms of the percentage of getting umbral, I don't know yet. I haven't tried it out. I'd have to go out and do a whole load of herb farming for that, certainly. It's going to be your new ringtone on your phone. That's going to be interesting. And Kaida, good morning to you. Lovely to have you here. Right, okay, so where shall I go to? Let's carry on with the Wowhead blog, because I've got that. We're talking about inks, which is further down on the list, but that's fine. We can talk through that as well. I guess maroon is actually very easy to get. I guess so now with the price of Zenithid. That would make more sense. What's the price of Zenithid going to do once people stop farming it? Whereas Viridescent is actually quite hard based on the proc rate. Ah, right, that would be more understandable, because you always get a marooning, don't you, with the Zenithid? Whereas the Viridescent... Isn't it the Crimson you get quite frequently as well, don't you? I've got a fair amount on Samadan though, looking at my ink in its current form. Yeah. Should you save your fur instead of making hexweave bags? I would do a bit of save the majority of it, but still make the odd bag to try and just keep that ticking through, because people will want bags to start with. I think. Yeah, Viridescent is in the Vantis rune, and isn't it also in the Mechagon contract, I believe? That might be one of the things you can think about. You get about 10,000 Ultramarine for the 200 of Crimson and Viridescent. Yeah, there's a lot of Ultramarine. That should be free almost, I think. The rate that goes, certainly. Yeah, I think I would have to look at the Billis post about the proc rates on the inks. I can't remember which ones I had. I would have to go over and look at those specifically. But shall we carry on with the Wowhead blog for the moment? The next thing, obviously, is Jack's lovely news site, the Gold Dipper. I mistakenly called it Dipping for Gold, which is the old website, going through some great resources as to sort of like gold making guides and things like that. There we go, there's Jack. One of the interesting ones he recently wrote about, which obviously has personal experience on with your own realm being connected, is talking about the realm connections. There's a whole load more being announced. What have we got here? Where's the realm connections? There's a whole load more coming at the moment. Some of them are working, some of them not working. These are the ones that just came through during the maintenance, and I'm sure there's going to be even more coming up after this. So it's a very turbulent time for all of us who are on the low pop realms. I'm slightly worried for hashtag ad check. Still under construction, but it is looking amazing already. Let me just open this up here. There we go. So we've got various bits and pieces here. We've got where's your you have to make it this wider, I think, for the countdown. There's the countdown. 57 days remaining. It's going to be very interesting what happens over the next few days, certainly. Hashtag sponsored. That's really bad. Hassle to get the techniques, and then they get worthless. That is the shame, yeah. Yeah, if it is in the Roseate and the Sallow, will pennies driving the Legion glyphs into the dirt. That's the main problem. The only thing you've got going for you, really, Edwards, is the difficulty in getting hold of the actual glyphs themselves. Yeah. Can't come fast enough. It's going to be very, very close, isn't it? So this is a good article on what to expect if your realm is getting announced for linking. You know, where to look for it, obviously on Wowhead, and you can see all the different connections here on Wowpedia, as well as some other websites, and then what to do with waiting for your DD region market value. It's going to change, it's going to fluctuate, so you need to keep an eye on these things as everything sort of combines together as they work out the new averages. It's going to be very interesting, certainly. Make the world feel more full and less empty. Remember a whole bunch of kata was to reinvigorate the ghost towns of old cities and zones. That's the thinking behind it, I think, isn't it? Just got more marks of honour and debating on spending them now. Uncanny blacksmithing weapons selling well for me still. They still sell occasionally, yes, for me, Dog Hotter. I've got a feeling I'll still get some more sales for the rest. I've not seen any uses for the marks of honour because the PvP vendors here aren't. Where's the PvP vendor? They're out down this way. Let's go have a look. I don't see anything marks of honor wise here. These assessors of conflict and masters of conflict seem to be the standard PvP currencies of using honor for those, and these ones are using the conquest points. So I can't see anything there, but you never know, there might be something new in there. It's going to be interesting nonetheless, but at the moment I don't see anything. Yeah, as in gameplay it's great, as in the gold making can be a lesser good. That's the main thing really, isn't it, Jack? It's hard to, you know, once you've had your niches, all your markets are going to get upset with all this stuff. Interesting point you made about the pet sellers and noticed the biggest impact, because a lot of the sort of the low medium ones tend to be obviously less populous, and so the prices tend to be higher. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. Was that Arthas that just walked past? I thought that was for a minute. No, it's Darian Mograine. Mograine, not Mograine. I got confused for a minute there. Just walking around Oribos. Yeah, I think it's probably safe if you've got a few is to spend them now, because it saves you so much expulsum in the long run. Yeah, especially the weapons, definitely. Yeah, if it's going to come, like Metcat says, it'll come in later things. Although we had the honourable stuff fairly early on, didn't we? Oh, looks like we lost a cookie. I think she's going to go downstairs. Let me just sort her camera out. Don't need that for a moment. Hold on one moment. I'll let her outside. There we go. No more full screen cookie for the moment. The more is inescapable. It's definitely inescapable, isn't it? Because we're here, exactly. I wonder what's going to happen. Instead of Silas, it could be Arthas. Good one, Guido, yeah. That should be good. Someone reset Uncanny Pants to 15,000. Wow, that seems unreasonable. Your highest has been 3,800. I would say sort of, yeah, I would say, yeah, 15,000 seems too high, certainly. But you never know. Someone might go for it. We do have crafted Covenant gears right now as professions. Don't need anything like the Honourable gear. No, not with the new legendary stuff as well. Hope more guilds will form and will do raids with the linking. That means more buyers. That's a good idea, Jack. Actually, I hadn't thought about that. Guilds actually getting bigger, and then and as a consequence, being the raiding. Yeah, the more buyers, new and bigger guilds that would mean more PvP players, dungeon players, and raiders. So consumables would be quite good. That's a good point. Definitely. It's just your profit margins may not be as high as you're used to, perhaps. That's the main thing. 12,500 sells if no one's undercutting as mad for the Uncanny Gear. That's a nice price if you sell it for that high, certainly. Yeah. More possible trade chat sales. There's that too as well. Basically, that's the way you get your stuff completely cheap and avoid the auction house fees. I feel like any potential raiders left the dead servers long ago anyway, or at least they did on your dead server. So, yeah, so has those potential raiders moved over to a higher popular realm, and if you get merged with that higher popular realm, then maybe you'll get a few things there, perhaps. To my knowledge, are relics usable on engineering, or have they been excluded? Let me have a look at engineering. I think it's mainly the armor stuff. I would have to have a look at, let me go over and log out. Let's copy a character in. Let's do not Samadan. We want Bridget, who has the engineering. I'll copy her over and have a look here. And then we'll look at engineering on this side. Enjoying the mat dumps for real cheap. You're a hoarder. I've got so much stocked up at the moment, definitely. Yeah, with linking it could be 3 realms. Is definitely something useful, I think.
The veil between our world
Right,
and the
so let's have a look. Engineering, unlearned. Is there anything relic way? No, there's nothing actually in terms of crafting relics, but is there anything we can make like trinkets or something like that that needs an optional reagent would be my thought here. You're looking for something with an optional reagent in there. Devices, no. Weapons, can't see any optional reagents. Tinker's kits. Goggles would be one of the ones I thought would possibly have something. And then let's go right down to a bit more goggles down here. Can't see anything here. Devices, weapons. I'm just scanning through. Let's look at some of the new stuff. Arclight spanner, scopes. I can't see any optional reagents on any of these. So it looks like goggles. Let's have a look here. Anything on goggles? Nothing that can be added to here. And the parts obviously not. No. So it looks like nothing really on the engineering front from that view. What engineering's always left in the dust. It could be that case, certainly. And Winchell Art, thank you so much for the follow. Hope you're having a lovely day. Welcome on board. One of them needs 7 default gun or something to make. Yes, that's correct. On the tailoring side of things, there's a gun on there, which obviously isn't correct. Definitely. We say reagent in a very different way. How do we? Right. How do you say it? Yeah, on the trinkets, did I check the trinkets? Let me just check. Unlearned. Let's go something a bit higher. Plate goggles, weapons, tools of the trade, legion, combat tools. Which is an actual trinket. Devices? Are they wormhole generator? Those are toys. Relic robotics. Repair module. No, there's nothing there. I'm not sure which is an actual trinket in terms of that's a head item. Oh no, hold on, we've got some goggles here with an optional reagent. We have some reinforced head gun. Reinforced head gun does have relics on it. Obviously it takes a lot of laystone ore. And the tactical head gun, obviously this is already item level 46, so to take it up to relic 4 might be something else there. Anything else? Yeah, just a few of these reinforced head guns for various ones there. Okay. Small list of engineering items that can be crafted with relics, and limited engineering only helms it seems, based on the Wowhead database. Okay, thank you Kaidar. So that's what we saw just here, this lot. That's very interesting. Kenso HP, thank you so much for the follow. Yeah. How will they make us money? The boosted gear will only work as initial level 50 characters, right? So we will sell the relics or the boosted gear. Basically, you can either sell the relics, or people will combine the relics to make something and then sell to a vendor for a much higher place. Oh, Contessa, is it the same server? Oh, fantastic. Is this Shadowsong EU or NA? Because I'm on EU. Yeah. Yeah, to find one that sells well is going to be the tricky thing. There's going to be so much changing here, definitely. It's going to be all up in the air for at least a while, certainly, I would say. Are the BFA bit goggles still bind on pickup? Let me have a look. BFA leather goggles, that's Colterian engineering here. So these are all bind on pickup. Bind on pickup. Bind on pickup. Yes, they are. From the looks of things, Doc Otter. Yeah. Oh, you're on EU as well. Fantastic. We have plenty of gold makers in chat on Shadowsong, so it's lovely to meet another one. Yeah, some sort of best in slot boosted gear is going to be very interesting, I think so. Wish it didn't work like that. I agree, Badondi. I would prefer these items to be more useful to other players, and that way we can charge much better prices. Metapunk, thank you so much for the follow. Yeah, the boosted gear also revitalizes a lot of twinking options, but the problem is with twinking, you can't. I believe I'm right. I heard Want to Buy Gold talk about this. Is that you can't stop XP anymore? It's not something I've tried out myself. I don't even know how to do it. Oh, your auto heart breaks. It's a shame. I wonder why they. I don't see a reason why they'd suddenly make it not bind on pickup though. I mean, it'd be nice to be able to trade them, but I can see how they wouldn't, certainly. You also have 2 characters on Shadowsong now as well, Ronnie. Oh, fantastic. Everyone come to Shadowsong, it's great here. Also got some multi-boxes as well. Fantastic. I need multi-boxes to supply me with all the materials I buy, certainly. Yeah, they removed the XP stop NPC. That's the problem, isn't it? Yeah, it's a shame. It's a real shame. I liked the twink industry. It was definitely a good one. I don't see why they would remove it. Black Brian, good afternoon to you. Lovely to have you here. Yeah, when they release a new feature like this would be great. This is a whole new market and lots of really interesting opportunities. The goggles give you an engineering buff, so it makes sense. Right, okay, yeah. It seems to be, I haven't confirmed yet, also hugely important, Blizzard has publicly confirmed the Herald of the Titans will be doable so the NPC to turn off XP must exist. So, who is the... 5 Expulsum in Barras? Okay, that's good to know. I'll come to that one later, certainly. Trying to demonize them. Izzy, it's within the terms of service. I'm absolutely fine with it. It's not something I do myself, but it's absolutely fine in my eyes. Recommendations for a get all the recipes add-on for professional. Yes, Akis recipe list is the best one, definitely for that one. So who is the XP person? Let me have a look. I'll just go on a little addition here and try and find out if they're there in beta at the moment. Wow, EXP stop NPC, is that it? It's all in the battle rooms for Horde. There's someone request to stop XP cost 10. Twinking new style. So this is Twinking Battlegrounds. Right, so where is this person? Let me find the name of them. Optional heirlooms, satchel of helpful goods. This is kind of hold on. Where's the actual person? I need a link to the person. Let me scroll up. Orgrimmar battle rooms for Horde, for Alliance. Besten. Let's have a look. Besten is in the Experience Eliminator. In Stormwind, in the War Room, in Stormwind. Okay, and the War Room is in Stormwind Keep, from the looks of things. So we'll go over there. We'll go have a quick look at this. See if they're there. Yeah. Let's go have a look. So we are here. We are on Shadowlands. Make sure I'm in the right one. A little bit laggy here, so I'm just going to turn down my graphic here. System, turn that down to 1. Keep that off for the moment, and then we'll have a look over here. There we go, return to game on that, and I'll turn this one, as I've got both running at the moment, let's just turn this down to 7 for the moment, and we should be alright there. There we go. So let's just jump in and have a look, and then we can confirm or deny the existence of Bedston. Third Eye, thank you so much. I've really enjoyed making those. Let's go have a look here. Let me just turn around. See if I did that almost right. Let's head down here. Then we need a flying mount, which I don't have one attached. We'll do the sky golem, that should be good. Reason we get mad is they feel like they hog the resources. I think so, Black Brian. That tends to be the common complaint, even though I can't see it as a thing that people do, certainly. Needed a place for Alliance characters, especially now that you've unlocked all allied races. Excellent. Seems a nice new home for those. Oh, welcome aboard, Ronnie. Lovely to have you here. Time to get the recipes you're missing in blacksmithing, leatherworking and tailoring. That sounds like a great thing to do at this point in the expansion. Definitely. I wonder what happens to your twinks that are XP locked already. That would be an interesting one. So, the war room, let me have a look. Let's see if we can find it. I would assume the war room's off to the side here.
My king.
Then what is SI7 doing, Shaw?
Right, what have we got here? This looks like a war room, if ever I saw one. There's Devin. There we go. Experience Eliminator.
Greetings.
There are some who desire to stop gaining experience in their actions, however remain at the level of strength they are now. Once you pay me, you'll no longer gain experience, none, not one whit. Should you change your mind afterwards and want to start gaining experience, I can undo the process for the same fee.
See you around.
I am currently level 50. So I can't see anything there. Yeah, so he's there, but I can't see anything to pay them with at the moment. That's an interesting one. Is there normally something there? I think one of the old person tested it on beta. They get unlocked automatically. One of them went to test a speed druid build and leveled up from exploring to get to where they wanted to do the test. Ah, interesting. Interesting. And Benbull too, thank you so much for the follow. Hope you're having a great day. Lovely to have you here. Okay. So, there's nothing to buy here. And I would expect I could stop my XP at level 50 perhaps. The XP guys for Alliance and Horde's names equal best in slot. Best N, and what's the other one? Best N and Slats. Yes, I see now. Best in sluts. That's great. I like that. I like that. So why would they turn it off? Because I can't buy anything here. Why would they do that? Especially with all the relics and the heirlooms and everything like that. Class profession, combos video would say it's a recommendation to start switching races to create the right combos or not worth the time money. No, if you've already set yourself up, don't change them. Stick with what you've got, because you will have invested that time and money in getting those professions where you want. If in doubt, make more characters. Hikon, it's lovely to have you here. Hope you're doing well. That's the part what you love about WoW, the entertainment, the humour Simply Waddled. Yeah, definitely. Little nuggets of stuff like that, definitely. Thank you, Jack, for the shout out, the Hikons. Have they added heirloom boots, belts, etc.? I'm not sure about heirlooms, no. That's going to be an interesting one. Is this beta or PTR? This is on beta at the moment. We're looking here at beta. So I am level 120 in retail. I copied my character over, and on beta I'm here. So it's definitely interesting. But the thing is, because I'm 120, I'm 50. I should still be able to go up to 60, certainly. What I'm thinking. I mean, I could try. Let's go to one of my other characters. Let's copy over. We could do Samadan, who's obviously 39. Or we could, yeah, let's do Samadan. Copy over from Lightbringer. We'll have a look. There's our Samadan. Let's enter the world. Lighter Dan. as you're from Lightbringer. We'll add you in there. There we go. To do with the scaling and people locking XP and at particularly good scaling brackets, although if they haven't actually removed the NPC, maybe they intend to enable it later. It would be nice if they did. Right, we are obviously here. I need to head on over to... okay, I've not got my mount. Let's go travel form. We'll head over this way. Easiest way to Stormwind from here. There's no... Oh, the Mage Quarter, isn't it, we need to go to? Oh, wrong direction. Go this way. Otherwise in the wrong direction. Yep. Another 3k card. Oh, fantastic, Rose. And Bro Train, thank you so much for the follow. Lovely to have you here. Love my Goldmaking for Scratch guide. More, please. I will be doing as many as possible. It takes a little while to actually go through, script it and edit it together. I'm hoping to increase my speed at doing those so that I can get more of them out to you. So I'm guessing Mystic Ward might have a portal for me. I can't remember. We could do the tram, obviously. That would be the other easiest way. I was wondering if there was an actual portal. We'll go have a look. Show the Hordies how much fun it is. I'll have a look. I'm not sure if there is one in here, is there? You appear here, but you don't necessarily come back here. No, you don't. Okay, that's fair enough. I'll head off to the tram and we'll do that. That'll be the easiest way. Come on, travel form. There we go. We'll go through that way, and then we'll head on through here. Tinkertown's around there, so it'll be a long little run round. We'll get there eventually. Nice little adventure. Then we'll get back to the Wowhead blog. As we're testing all these things out, we happen to have a guide on how to analyse the economy of a server in order to determine what and isn't profitable. I don't have a specific video on that in particular. I mean, I've done a few different general sort of guides on sort of learning a market. One was using downloading everything into a spreadsheet and having a look at that. That's probably a little bit more extreme, and that's if you love spreadsheets, so you can use that. I could use the Flight Master as well, that'll be useful, but as we're here, we'll use the tram. It's always good fun to use the tram. Level 10 in PTR, he does give the option to stop XP. Okay, thank you, Latias. That is interesting. That is very interesting. I'm not going to make it to that one, I don't think. We could try. We'll see if we can make it. Can we make it? Oh, just in time. That was fantastic. Public transport, the best. That was very close there, certainly. I guess, assuming beta, they don't want you to stop the XP. That would ruin them. Yeah, just in time. My Phantom, thank you so much for the follow. So I wonder, yeah, could it be just a beta thing? It seems strange. It's nice that the NPC is there still, so that's still useful. So maybe it's just a temporary thing for the moment. We'll have a look, at least just to check this out, and then we'll carry on with Wowhead blog after this. Just beta things. Assuming stopping XP at 50 on the beta is a bug, because it could be... Let's go around this way, I think. Might as well jump through here. And we'll go here. Do I know Kuhn? I do know Kuhn. Kuhn is a fantastic streamer. Streams a lot of the time, collecting all the things. And has an amazing cat, Edgar, who is awesome. Did have a cat called Sam, may he rest in peace. There's Sam. You have somewhat the same temperament. Yes, we both, interestingly, we both have Bob Ross emotes, which is fantastic. I am heading towards the keep, aren't I? Yes, I am. There we go. I forget because I can't fly. There's Edgar. Yeah, and naturally making a bunch of gold as well. By the sheer amount of stuff he does, certainly. Is that? I thought that's a flight master there. So that's a flight specialist there. That's interesting. So we are level 17 here on Lighterdan as our little test. Let's go have a look. See if this is a beta thing or not. Let's go over, and we have... Aha! Now we have this. We do have this. So maybe it's a level 50 bug, because I no longer wish to gain experience for 10 gold. Okay, panic over. We have it on beta. Fantastic. So that's good news. That's really good news for the relics and things like that. There's going to be a whole new market of best in slot stuff for all these relics and gear. That's going to be very, very interesting. Because now I am locked at level 17. I may not want to be locked at 17, but it's a good news for Twinks, definitely. But you can't do it at 50. That's interesting, and that's when Relic 5 kicks in. So maybe it's going to just be before that. I wonder. VODs on YouTube, great work on the relics for info. Thank you, Hanzo. I did enjoy doing that. There's going to be a lot of interesting stuff coming out of the relics. Definitely. Mystical Core, thank you so much for the follow. Lovely to have you here. Let me jump back onto the Wowhead article, because we've only partially through it, but we've found some interesting stuff here. This is what I like about investigating these kind of things. We can find out what's going to be good and what's going to be useful, and we can start speculating, that's for sure. Yeah, it's good to check these things, definitely. Happy to check things out for people. You messed up your min and max on TSM. Any ideas? Yeah, if as Jack said, if you pop in what your operations were, perhaps we might be able to tell. Unless we can actually see the strings, then we'll be able to help you with them. Plus profit is to a certain extent relative. For example, if I farm mats and craft, then cost is sort of lower, therefore higher profit. A regression analysis for an item could be the best prediction for potential profit. So reverse engineering sort of the price of the end result, something like that. Before you forget, no problem, Edwards, lovely to have you here. Hope you have a fantastic week next week. Hadn't thought about the Inktrader Changes. Thank you for putting that out in the article. Yes, we looked at that earlier. I haven't gotten down to that yet, but yeah, there's some interesting stuff coming out of that. So we also noticed that as of pre-patch, the Inktrader changes to the new inks. So for the period of pre-patch, which will be about a month, you won't be able to use the Inktrader because they're using the new inks, but you can't get the new inks until Shadowlands comes out. So that's going to be interesting. I completely forget that it's a bank holiday Monday. Now that I don't work in the traditional field, every day's a work day for me now. It's very, very weird. Yeah, it is an interesting one, Fostora. I'm not sure how it's going to work out, whether that's just a temporary bug or not. Definitely. Sunday and not Monday, yeah. Thank you for the help. I do get confused with days all the time. Yeah, screenshot is okay, definitely. And then Jack will be able to help you out. Oh, you figured it out. Glad it's Sunday, not Monday. No problem. I see. Glad to help, even if it is in the way of just being in a friendly ear whilst you explain it. It's worth trading Blood of Sargeras for Starlight Rose and milling it all. I guess if you have it spare, it may be useful. I'm not familiar as what else you might use it for, though, so if anyone does have any ideas in chat, please do say. There we go. Edward says Dreamleaf is useful. I'm excited and nervous for the relics. I really hope that there's nothing, that they fix the things that are broken, like the tuxedo jacket, and I hope that it becomes a robust system and we can all have fun finding out all the different things that we can make. As far as I know, UberHub, not yet. Yeah, because that is definitely broken, and that I would say would come under an exploit of the game, and I wouldn't recommend anyone doing that because that's clearly the wrong price for a tuxedo. It's not that designer, certainly. How can you make 4 million before pre-patch? The best way I can think of right now is to buy tokens with real money. If that's going to be the case, it's a lot to do in a month, certainly. Bloods are good for some mogs. Okay, that's useful to know. Yeah. Gives them amazing salary returns with still some nice roseate, yeah. Steal the bank of WoW. That's another option as well. I'm not sure how much you'd get with that Uber Hub. Oh, 5 mask boost is a good one, or freehold boosts, or any number of things is another option there, definitely. I know a lot of people can, if you're well geared, that is an option, certainly. So next up on the Wowhead list is Dala GG has got a spreadsheet, and we all love a good spreadsheet, going through the material prices for some of the more popular mounts, the Vala of the Sands, Making Gear's Chopper, and the Steelbound Harness, and the dual crafting mounts. And I've got a video going through the whole process as well, and also the spreadsheet here where you put in the prices of all the things where you've got them from, and then you go across here and it will tell you sort of like time spent, profit and things like that. He explains it really well in the video, so I highly recommend going over and having a look at that. But as we all like a good spreadsheet, this is well worth having a look at in terms of like looking at all the prices and the quantity, the auction house prices, what things are going to cost you, and the best way to get things if you are in the market for any of these main mounts: the Chopper, the Harness, the Vala of the Sands, and the Panthers. So highly recommend giving that a look at, definitely. And thank you, I Play WoW, for the follow, 24/7 even. I Play WoW 24/7. Lovely to have you here. As Samadan plays WoW, I think that's a perfect match, definitely. Would be pretty cool if we could pull heists in WoW like GTA. That would be very interesting, definitely. Samurai, good evening to you. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, a casino, obviously, because, you know, there's whole gambling and then there's like 18 plus restrictions on that. I could see how they wouldn't do that, definitely. And Brumperfile, good evening to you. Lovely to have you there. Is there a spreadsheet for all the vendor shuffles? Not a spreadsheet as such. There's one on my Discord that was done in my useful stuff. Let me have a look. Where was that? That was a quite comprehensive one, from what I remember. If you haven't been to my Discord, you're more than welcome to go and have a look. And it's further up. It was Duna did one. That was it. Spreadsheet for relic past crafting with crafting cost strings and variations you could think of. It was this one. Let me copy that. Not sure if that link works, but there we go. There we go. You've got the Discord in there. So go into the Discord, and then under the useful stuff, it's just slightly further up there, and you'll see one in there. We had gambling, and that was Benthic Gear. I didn't really get into the Benthic Gear, but I know it was a bit of a random roll, wasn't it, to try and get the best out of it, certainly. Is it me or just do the relics seem too cheap to make? I mean, 7 rune cloth to upgrade an item to level 100 is too little. Yes, it's not even 7 rune cloth, it's only 5 rune cloth, so it definitely seems cheap for those ones. They could do with upping the amounts of the vanilla ones, because they only take 5, and it's 5. The rune cloth and the thorium ore are the main ones, definitely. Or the Argus gear, you keep rolling till you get that Arcano crystal. Yeah, there's that too. I mean, I was fortunate to not be in those kind of markets myself, so it's going to be interesting. You mean 2,000 of each benthic cloaks, legs and boots, just to get the right stats. I mean, this is what I'm really looking forward to with the legendary stuff, and the stuff that you've got going on with the whole the relics, as well as the stuff you've got with the crafter's marks and the inscription scrolls that you can put on to do certain stats. I think it gives us a lot more customization choices, which is going to be great for professions. I'm really looking forward to seeing how this turns out. Warcrafter, thank you so much. Very kind of you to say so. Does Final Fantasy have a casino zone? I didn't realise. I've not done one. Yeah, corruption, mythic chess, PvP chess. What more do you need? Exactly. No, I haven't played Final Fantasy 14, so I wouldn't know. Just got a 3k one now. Excellent, Rose. Fantastic. So that was Dalla's crafting spreadsheets for the mounts. That was quite a good one. We are talking about the Wowhead blog at the moment. We are, if I put a link to it here, Wowhead, just going through. There's the link to the article there. The next thing on the list is Comlit has started a really nice WoW podcast series. First episode being with Old Bess regarding map farming and preparation for Shadowlands. Really nice casual thing to have on in the background if you're interested in anything to do with gold making and want to just hear people who are really passionate about their methods of gold making and just talking about what they're going to do and how they're going to go and prepare for Shadowlands and what they like to do to make gold. So I highly recommend giving that a listen to. Yeah, I'm not much of a gambler, so I don't think that would work for me, definitely. I mean, we've got the dance floor. I guess that's about as close as we can probably get to, I guess, certainly. And then the other thing that we were talking about earlier was the Inktrader and what inks might be valuable, especially in this transition time where we go from the Legion Inktrader as we know it, because obviously there wasn't a BFA one, and then going through to the Shadowlands Inktrader that seems to be able to trade everything, but for some strange prices as well, and how that's going to affect markets and what we can do and keep hold of in between that times. And so there's some really good suggestions here. This isn't an area that I'm fully familiar with myself, so it was nice to see some other experts talking about that, certainly. You couldn't find anything but Blackfellow ink. Interesting. So the Lion's ink and the Celestial ink. Just trying to find that. The Blackfellow Celestial comes from Blindweed, Firebloom, Ghost Mushroom, Grom's Blood, Purple Lotus, Arthur's Tears, but they're usually expensive. And the same with the Celestial ink, Blindweed, Firebloom, Purple Lotus, Sungrass. That's the same one as well. Yeah. Would apply to your server though. Mount crafting and mod crafting is down under. Chopper's going for 23k. Vala Sands is flooded. And mod crafting is present but barely sells. That's interesting. Apprentice, I'm taking it you're probably on a full server perhaps. They can be tricky to find the right niche for, certainly. I've not got direct experience myself on a server of that size, but I hear people, the best way they can make gold is by getting hold of their materials much cheaper than you see on the auction house, and then using that to leverage the appropriate profit margins would be the way I think that would work here. 3 gems up mail chest being rolled with a rank 1 relic of the past to give you a level 15 item with 3 gems. That's what I'm looking forward to. The gem slots and the specific unique effects that are going to come out of this with the relics is going to do some very interesting either twink options, or it's going to give you some very interesting sort of trading options as well. Warshall, thank you so much for the follow. Hope you're doing well. Will old Bisque weapons like the Arcanite Reaper and Phantom Blade be upgradable? Right now they're worth nothing from undercutting. So let's have a look at those specific ones. I can go over and have a look at those ones in particular. We will have to jump up. We'll have to change over. Let's change back over to the Maw, where most of my characters are at the moment. There we are. So now be upgraded. That would be insane. Won't be up to level 60, but it will be up to item level 50. So what are we looking at? We need we need our Morte, our blacksmither, to have a look here. And we'll go here, and I'll enter on this one. There we go. Could you answer in TSM why each items only belong to one group? What if you have several groups of crafts that all you want to use is the same ingredient?
Great urgency and discretion.
So it's not so much the materials that can be in, well, the materials can be in one group, but you tend to just have a shopping operation for those. That's the main thing. But the actual items themselves, you don't really want to start mixing between, because you'll end up doing multiple things to the same thing. So it kind of like keeps it clear from a clarity point of view, really. I hope that makes sense. Kind of garbled a bit there. So what we're looking at, weapons here, Arcanite Reaper. Arcanite Reaper does not have an optional reagent slot on it, but it is already at item level 100. So there's no need to upgrade it. You can possibly downgrade it, but it's already at item level 100, requires level 50. WGI Bison? Gibson, there we go. W Gibson, sorry, I completely messed that up. Thank you so much for the follow. And now I was going to look at another thing, Phantom Blade. Let's look at another one. Phantom Blade can have an optional reagent of a 4 and a 5. Currently is item level 25. So if I add that on, that's interesting. I do have one. I have one, but I can't use it. Oh, of course, I can't use it because I haven't learnt it. That's why, obviously. So I couldn't test this out. I have to learn it first from Stratholm. So this is something you could look into doing, learning these. But yes, it can have the Relic of the Past 4 and 5 added onto it to increase its item level. Chance on hit, decrease the armor of the target by 43. So that could be interesting. And what was the other one? Storm Herald. Storm Herald. Let me just check. Storm Herald. Storm Herald Reborn is already item level 100. So that's already stuck there as well. Doesn't seem to have an effect on it at the moment. So maybe that's different. There we go, let me scroll down. I'm sure I've missed a whole load of stuff going on there in the chat. Let me just have a look. There we go. Goblin Gliders use sumptuous fur, but that does. Hold on, let me have a look. Gibson, there we go. Shadowlands craft size, you could tell when checking over this weekend. Yes, that's right. Let me have a look. Craft can be upgraded, or does it need to be recrafted? Have we ascertained whether gear crafted or anything can be upgraded, or does it need to be recrafted? It basically needs a optional reagent to its syncopatics before you can use it. That's the main thing. Am I going to do a video on Shadowlands prep? Yes, I am. I've got one on my list to do as to what I'm going to be doing for preparing for Shadowlands, certainly. Let me just scroll down, make sure I haven't missed anything. It could be Happy Master. So Goblin Gliders use sumptuous fur, but so does hexweave cloth and bags. And I was setting up the groups for all that stuff that goes into these two products. So does hexweave cloth and bags, and I was setting up groups for all these stuff getting these two products. So that's fine. Basically, you need to come up with a price for your sumptuous fur. You don't need the sumptuous fur to be in those groups. What you have is the hexweave bags in one group, and the Goblin Gliders can be another group. The material they use is absolutely fine. It doesn't have to be in the same group as that. And then you can make crafting operations for the obviously hexweave bags is using the depending on how much hexweave cloth you can get, so that's slightly different.
Deeplev Boy just subscribed. Hi Sam, how hyped are you for Shadowlands launch?
Deeplev Boy, thank you so much for your sub, that's so kind of you. I am hyped at least this much, definitely, I am very excited for Shadowlands. It's going to be very, very nice. I'm looking forward to pre-patch, to be honest. But thank you so much for your support. I really do appreciate that. That is amazing. Have a hollow emotes for you. Thank you very much indeed. Does Oribos have an auction house? Only if you're an engineer. Been up since 6. Contest. Okay, that's definitely. I hope you have a great rest of your evening. Hold on, I'm strolling up trying to catch things. If I have missed anything, please do ask again. And it's not a full pop round, it's around about 8,000 people, but the goblins take their job too seriously and undercut everything the second you post it. You've never seen a medium pop being so competitive ever. Really? That's a shame. That's a real shame. You'll try it, you'll have the Phantom Blade. Okay, but only, thank you. Let me just scroll around. Craft something you don't need to have the material in the group. Yes, but the end product, yes, as Jack said, there we go. The Sulfuron Hammer is an interesting one. I'm not sure about that one. Let me just have a quick look under Unlearned. Sulfuron Hammer. It does have an optional reagent currently, item level 29, so it can go up to item level 100 or the other one, so that could be quite interesting and a little bit of fun, certainly. Hurls a fiery ball that causes 5 fire damage, an additional 4 damage over 8 seconds, so that could be very, very interesting, definitely. Wasted, thank you so much for the follow. No problem at all, Appy Master, that's exactly what we're here for, to answer questions. I hope between me and Jack we managed to answer that with enough information for you to be able to sort of grasp what we were trying to say. I think Jack did a better job than me, certainly. 38,000 to go to you, long boy. Thank you, Jack, as well, for your help on that one. That's very close in capacity. It's very close indeed. Missives apply to secondary stats, Shadowlands craft, made by scribes, the relics and the crafter's marks. Yeah, the missives are going to be very interesting. I'm looking forward to those. Kazakh and Draenor used to sell 10 Alani in one day. They undercut as their life depends on it. Oh, really? Ashelina, good evening to you. Lovely to have you here. You love that Longboy mount has a vendor that immediately lets you buy current trade goods wherever I am. Do we know if there will be a vendor mount in Shadowlands with that same access? I'm not sure, actually. Could you please skip to the Wowhead blog? I forgot the name of the... you forget the name of the YouTube podcast. Oh yes, we hadn't finished that off, so let me have a look. It is Comlet. You want to look here, Comlet on YouTube. If I do, there we go, the Wowhead blog. Thank you, Jack, for linking it. Definitely worth a listen to. I was listening to it earlier. Really, really nice to have on in the background. Behind the relics of the past is to apply them to these old weapons and armors so that it will bring them up to level 50 viable. That's kind of the idea, but not just level 50, but lots of different tiers along the way, which would be really good for twinks. And also you can do it whilst you're leveling. If you are, say you started in say the Burning Crusade, you're going through there and you were leveling up your Burning Crusade tailoring as you went, you could make yourself gear that's relevant using the relics with gear that you find and you farm yourself as you're leveling up. Is a really nice kind of idea, certainly. Massive thank you so much. Go to listen to after my stream, sure. Sounds good. It's a good one. Definitely recommend it. And then we talked about inks and things like that earlier. And then the last thing I wanted to talk about on the Wowhead blog was the fact that the raids start 2 weeks after the launch of Shadowlands. So Castle Nathria, opening of Season 1 of Shadowlands, with the opening of Castle Nathria starts on November the 10th. So if you are on a heavy raiding server, there's going to be some very interesting stuff coming out. So if you want to make some gold, then getting your alchemy and your enchanting and cooking up to a decent set will give you some nice markets to jump into. Yeah, it's very quick, isn't it, Doc Otter? I'm extremely interested to see what happens with the Race to World First and what goes on there. It's going to be very, very nice. No problem, Baron. We're just we're going all over the place, talking about Shadowlands speculation mainly, and what's going to happen. Yeah, bandages are a good way. They're also a good way to level up Shadowlands tailoring as well. They're very cheap to do that. So there'll be 2 item IDs for Sulfuron Hammers, one with and one without optional reagent. Does that make items crafted pre-Shadowlands harder to come by? Should we want to craft a stock before launch? I'm not sure whether that's going to be